All right, welcome to the Awaiting Creation podcast, episode 5 with Alec Rosenberg. Episode 5.
I didn't realize you guys had so many.
Cinco!
Yeah, and we've got a special guest in the studio today, Sam Nickson. He's just going to hang out.
Oh, someone's saying it's sideways.
It is sideways.
I don't know why that is.
Yeah, that's Madison Campbell.
Oh, it's
Matto.
Matto. What's up?
What's up, Matto?
What's up?
Oh, that's hello. I've heard all about that.
Nick, I'm coming to your house after.
Oh, Nick's there. Oh, hey, Nick.
If Nick is still watching, I'm
Nick there?
definitely coming to your place after.
Happening?
It's just happened a few times, and I like it, and I like to see my buddy Nick.
Sam, I think you should turn your sound off on your
Yeah,
phone.
turn your sound off for sure.
That's a very, very good idea, because that's good.
Is it still sideways?
Matto?
It'll probably still be
I
sideways.
don't know how to fix that.
Why
It's
wouldn't
because
it?
it's because the iPad is sideways.
Yeah, but it wasn't that way last week.
Yeah, it is sideways.
Oh, that's right.
It's very sideways. I'm realizing
How do I
that.
fix this?
I didn't even notice that. It's very sideways.
Oh my goodness. It's very, very... I don't know how to fix this.
Well,
Wow.
sorry guys, you might just
Sorry,
have
it's
to.
gonna be sideways.
Might just be
guys.
sideways for a
It's
little
fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's really fine.
bit. I think it's supposed to be sideways.
I don't
I'm
look for
going for the
anything.
aesthetic,
I don't
man.
look for anything than less than perfection.
So if it's sideways, then goddamn it, it's meant to be sideways.
Yes.
Guys, it's the aesthetic.
The
Come
universe wanted it to be sideways for whatever reason.
That was a pretty arrogant thing to say.
on. I think you should go fuck yourself.
I really think that.
That is the least
As
arrogant
artists and as creators,
Oh, yeah, this
we have a
is super
responsibility to admit our
sideways.
mistakes.
I can't.
We have a responsibility to admit when we're wrong.
It's sideways.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
sideways.
Matto. It's sideways, and it's going to be sideways for a while.
Just gonna have to deal.
So, what's up, Alec?
What's up, dude?
Dude, I've just been hanging out with you guys all night.
He's been hanging out sideways with us all night.
All night, dude. Just
Sideways all night.
sideways.
Fucking sideways,
Uh.
man. Sam, get your ass in here. Forget it.
Yeah,
just,
no,
just
my
go sit on the
yeah,
couch.
Honestly,
just
dude,
get
sit
it.
here.
Just come on.
You're in.
Why wouldn't you be here? Oh god.
Yeah, you're in.
You can share the seat with me, Sam.
Oh, I'm way too.
Is your butt too big, you think?
Nah, man.
It's fine.
Here, ready? Wait. I have an idea.
Let's turn this into like a bench situation.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
just
what I'm
get
trying to
cozy
say.
with it. Let's get cozy with it.
There it is. Oh.
All right.
Now
I
we
feel
can
like I'm
put
gonna
this
get
one
to
in
know you
between
guys
Now it's
real
real.
well.
Now it's real. Hey, guys.
Hey,
It's getting a little,
it's getting a
Cuddly.
little
Mike has
touchy-feely.
Mike's the only one with his own chair. Just so you
Wow,
guys
Mike,
know.
you got a lot of heat coming off.
this is my house.
Am I the only one that's really turned on right now? Like, I'm gonna be honest.
The answer is no.
Like,
Absolutely
Not
not.
speaking for anyone.
Alec is doing some stuff under this table right now. That is just too much.
Guys, I can't take you guys anywhere. Come on. This is ridiculous. All right. So,
All right.
today we have two wonderful guests now. We
This
have
is the
Alec
most
Rosenberg
wonderful.
and Samuel David Nickson, my partner in crime.
Could you throw his social
PIC,
out
man.
there?
You
PIC.
PIC. You gotta get that PIC.
So, we usually plug our guests' social media at the end, but today we're going to plug Sam at the beginning and Alec at the end because Sam is the impromptu guest and Alec is like the headliner right now.
Cool.
So, Sam Nickson can be found at facebook.com/Sam Nickson Music, Instagram at Sam_Nickson_in_the_flesh.
In the flesh.
Or you can just come find me. I live at 877 Huntington Avenue, Mission Hill, Massachusetts. Come find me. Come give me a handshake.
Are you sure you want me to keep this in?
I'm sure. Like, I
Dude,
don't
it's
care.
live stream. It's already out.
Oh,
there.
It's out
It's
there,
out
bro.
there.
Mate,
gone.
mate,
It's
seriously,
out there.
like my roommates are weird enough. Like seriously, like I don't.
All right.
Oh, perfect.
So Sam just dropped a new video today. It's doing really well. It's called Sober Haze.
Such
you
a
can
good
check it out
song.
on YouTube. It's going to be in the description. We're plugging it everywhere. It's going to be the biggest shit on YouTube.
It's
guys.
gonna be such a plug. It's
We're
such a
seeing some great organic growth out of this video.
Nice,
It's
tight little butt
really good
plug.
to see. Nice tight little butt plug.
Oh yeah.
So we've had an increase of subscribers on Awaiting Creation, and that's awesome.
Thank you.
So thank you for
Thank
watching.
you.
Thank you for coming back every week. Our viewership is just going up. It's super cool. It's super crazy.
Oh yeah.
We never thought, 6 weeks ago when we started playing.
Literally
this,
6 weeks ago, we were just like, let's do it.
it was a little bit ridiculous how ignorant we were coming into it. But now we're here. This is our 5th episode, and it's pretty great. So thank
so
you
great.
to everybody who's watching, and that keeps this going.
I love you.
This is some good shit.
Yeah.
So always stay tuned at Awaiting Creation. I know we say this every week, but we're going to start releasing more content on the channel very soon. We should be going
Very
to
soon.
2 videos a week very soon. I won't say
Very
when, but
soon.
it's going to happen. And we're going to start including some live performances from the podcast separately on YouTube. So you can check those out as well. That's going to be super fun.
Always.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Alec, we were talking about something super interesting earlier.
Which one?
And I'd love to talk about how the music industry is moving into the hands of the artist.
Dude, yeah. 100%.
Like
Like
we came about that with the fucking iPhone. Like the iPhone 8 Plus.
All the iPhone cameras now have 12 megapixels.
Megapixels.
Mega pickles.
You can quote,
As Nick-
you,
as
you can
Nick-
quote, you can quote me
As
on
Sam
that.
Nickson would say,
As the most eloquent speaker in the room. I
Megapixels.
the
proudly
megapixels
own
on the new
megapixels.
iPhones are
They are just crazy.
they really do a lot for a pickle.
Yeah. The megapixels are just insane, man.
But like really the phones now, like you can do everything that a graphic designer, content designer, any photographer, you can get high quality stuff
Yeah.
with your iPhone.
And it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's really ridiculous.
It's actually amazing, the technology, the way that it's advancing, and like we can do like you said, like we can do almost anything now. That
Literally
like
do
that
anything.
people had to have someone who knew like how to do this shit technologically to do it for them.
Yeah.
And now like we have this stuff in our hands.
And not
It's
only that,
amazing.
like the money that is involved as well, like is now becoming less and less necessary.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I fucked this up. I do this wrong every week.
Usually it's all right.
Thanks, Adam.
Amphetamine.
It's an application.
It's an application.
Keeps your computer awake.
The
when you do shit
amphetamine
like this. I'm doing
application?
amphetamine
Yeah.
right now.
What does that mean?
It keeps the computer awake, so it doesn't go to sleep while I'm recording audio.
You can't just like set it to not be asleep.
I could, but I don't record audio enough to not want to do that.
Okay.
You know, I don't want my
But
computer
you
to
do
stay awake
record
all the
audio.
time.
But you do it enough to download
Yeah.
an app. That has-
Usually I sit in front of a computer, but when I'm not in front of it,
I understand.
Okay.
Okay,
I like my battery life, man.
dude, I like you.
I like that. Aww.
I love you. I'm
Mike's
blushing.
Mike's okay.
Fuck off.
You guys haven't seen the side of him that I've seen.
That's true. You
When
guys
you-
spend.
Like
I mean,
the
you
ass
guys
side?
do spend a lot of
We
time
spend
together.
a lot of time together. There's a lot of brotherly hugging. There's a lot of real intimate
There
male
is some
touching.
brotherly, some other stuff too.
Honestly, Mike, I don't feel comfortable with you really bringing that up right now. Honestly. I think if you could.
I don't know
If
if
we
I
could
feel
edit
Sam,
that
we
out.
don't have to
in
hide.
between you guys.
This is 2017.
Seriously,
We don't have to.
let's
don't
be
have to
honest.
run
Alec,
anymore.
Alec, you're not in between us. You are. You're bringing attention too right now. Like, don't lie.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Getting it from
He
both
just
sides.
moved closer to me. He just-
Yeah, no, I just want to establish that like I'm like.
He took the whole chair.
No.
I'm currently.
Oh wait, I forget that there's no chair.
Actually,
there
no,
in
but
between.
I'm actually pretty comfortable. I'm sitting evenly. Butt cheeks are evenly distributed.
Yeah, no,
We
I
have
have like
3 chairs and
fine.
4
I have,
people.
I have 1.5 cheeks on right now, so that's
You
like
can get some
perfect.
more.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, I'm 2 cheeking it right now.
Guys, we could have just grabbed another chair.
Seriously, luxury.
No. Jeez.
Wouldn't have been
Luxury
as
at
fun.
Shea Mike.
Anyways.
Shay Mike.
Shay Mike, I like that.
Yeah, but like it's
Yeah.
getting so much easier for everyone to do shit now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Not only that, but like, and when you do it,
When you do.
when you do it, like when you get all this content together and post on social media and all that stuff, like it just takes away the need for like another person. Like if you can
Yeah.
do it all yourself, then that's the goal.
I mean, and particularly in something like even you're starting to see the trend much more in like electronic music, particularly because like a kid with a laptop can go and beat Drake. You know, he can make better stuff in his basement. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because of the technology. So, and in terms of promoting ourselves as artists, I mean, it's the sky's the limit at what you can do at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing it more and more, and it's scary for
Yeah.
labels. I'd be terrified if I was a label.
I mean,
right
we
now.
just uploaded a bunch of music
Terrified.
to CD Baby yesterday that when we're done with it is ready for distribution.
Yeah, I mean,
Like we press a button and it's done.
I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
funny too. Like you think about it, like any business where people say, "Stay the course. We've ride it out." That is the sign of, oh my god, death is coming. Like,
Yeah.
if the labels are going like, "Oh, we've just got to do what we've always got to do. We've got to get the best
Gotta do
stuff.
what
We've
we've
got to
always
like
done."
put the best content out." The reality is it's getting harder and harder to differentiate between what people can do at home and what you can do in your with a a photo shoot that costs $10,000 and what someone can do with an iPhone.
Yeah.
It's the truth. It's just becoming horribly impractical. And they need to adjust their
need to
perspectives
figure some
quick
shit out.
because it's going to
Yeah.
be funny when when I'm making more money
all
than
the
them.
labels
You
are
know?
When all the labels are
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, the value of these companies are going down and down and down, but nobody's losing confidence, which just means it's going to be a harder hit on the industry.
Weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I was in Nashville last year in one of the presentations they were giving, and it was just weird that the guy seemed really, really confident about what was going to happen in the future, and I was like, but why are you confident?
Why?
You shouldn't be,
it's-
because I feel like the industry's moving away from labels. Labels are losing money.
Yeah.
And plus,
And
it's
It's a fake sense of confidence.
Everything that a label does can now be done by you.
Yeah.
On your own. Like, it's crazy. Adobe, you can get Adobe, all of Adobe, as a student for $20 a month.
Yeah.
$20 a month, you can get every single Adobe piece of software that's ever come out ever.
Yeah.
And the newest version of it, and it's continually updating.
And as a
That's
student in a lot of
crazy.
places,
$20 a month.
you're given software. Like at Berkeley, we're
yeah.
given Pro Tools.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
a lot of these, especially like NYU, New School, like these kind of more contemporary schools, you're given so much when you get there, included in the bill you're already paying.
Yeah.
Like it's massive.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Also, Berkeley has, I don't know if you guys have ever gone on lynda.com.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Dude,
I learned
lynda.com
Photoshop. I learned
is so
Photoshop,
great.
Illustrator,
Yeah.
InDesign. I'm learning right now.
It's fantastic.
Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Lynda's
And it's
great.
And it's
incredible.
free
Well,
for Berkeley
for
for
the
Berkeley
students.
students, we pay a lot of money to
right.
get it, but
yeah. But they have an
anymore.
educational discount in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't
Like,
got
that's the
lynda.com
thing about
no
that's
more,
the thing
Sam.
about
That's
the
very
internet.
true. I don't.
Lynda.com
have access-
is great.
I don't have
Even if
access
you
to
didn't
that.
have Lynda, if you look hard enough on the internet to find the right information,
free stuff.
you don't have to learn anything.
YouTube
You don't have to pay
channels.
for information.
You don't.
YouTube
don't.
is massive. The wealth of tutorials you can find on how to do shit
Yeah.
on YouTube
Oh
is
yeah.
insane.
Just type in how to and hit enter.
let's
Not how to
How-to blend.
anything. Just how to and enter. It's just
What's the
it's
most?
massive.
What's the most? If you go on YouTube and search "how to," what's the one that comes up?
The first one that comes up.
for me. It's Pro Tools,
go to-
how to route.
But go back to like the search engine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like see what it suggests.
How to make slime.
How to make slime. and
Wow,
how to
that
make
is
slime.
if that isn't a comment on
The
memes.
closest
on
thing,
like what we think is important right
But like,
now.
here's,
You know, like how
here
do
are a
we
ton
make
of people
slime?
telling you how to record an album, how to record a full-length album, and how not to.
Yeah.
How to record an album, part 1, pre-production.
Yeah.
Recording an album, making a record. 4 tips for recording an album. Like, and they're all going to be unique explanations of what to do.
Yeah.
and you
There's
get
just
to
such a wealth of
choose.
knowledge.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And honestly, if you're diligent about it and actually if you sit down and when you learn this stuff and not just be like, oh, that's cool, but sit down and like take a notebook out. Write some notes down.
Oh, yeah.
Like actually sit and like learn this material.
Oh, it's
that's like
100%,
being given.
yeah.
It's you might as well.
Oh, they're
be
like.
in
I
a
wonder if there's
classroom.
like marketing stuff on there too
Yeah.
on YouTube.
I mean,
Oh, I'm sure.
Because on
I'm
Lynda,
on
there's
YouTube,
some
yeah.
on Lynda, there's some really great business and marketing tutorials and stuff.
there's a great website called Skillshare.
Skillshare.
Skillshare is really good for anybody doing a freelance anything.
Really.
It's
Which is
all
basically
about,
everyone now.
yeah, everybody and their fucking mother's a freelancer, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Which we're just losing a lot, but that's okay. Creative, technology, business, and lifestyle, like technology, data science, game design, IT security, business, accounting, business analytics, entrepreneurship, finance, freelance,
And this is
human
free?
resources. They have like a 30-day free trial, but it's like $5 a month. Like
Wow.
it's ridiculous.
That's-
Something
wonder,
like that.
I
Don't
wonder how
quote me
much
on that.
Lynda is for like just a normal subscriber.
I don't think I'm logged in, so I should be able to see. Unless I am.
It
logged
always logs you out right before.
Yeah.
So
in. $29.99 a month.
it's like not bad.
That's
For
really
the
not bad.
premium, $19.99 for the standard.
Wow, and like premium, I think there's like over 50, like 100,000 videos or something on there.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
You
how
get to
many-
view all the courses on the basic plan. You just can't.
Oh, you don't get the
download
exercise
project files.
files.
Yep, and
Yeah.
you can't download
Some of
the
those
videos
some of those
offline.
exercise files are really really good, and they
Yeah.
give you like because like some of the courses give you projects to like
Yeah.
work on to
Like
in order-
Finale. They have a great course on Finale.
Oh, yeah,
really?
yeah.
Yeah, but Finale is the worst program. That's
Honestly, I mean, if you
That's
think
ever-
about
Fucking
Fuck
hate
Finale.
Finale.
I mean, if you think
God.
about it, how great is it that for $40 a month, until you learn how to do it, you can get Adobe and you can get the tools to learn how to use any of their software.
Yeah.
For $40 a month,
It's incredible.
Is
$40 a month.
is insane.
Yeah,
I mean
incredible.
that's what, like, you know, I've seen like what professional imaging people do. They use all the same software. It's not there's
Yeah.
no
They
secret.
use
Yeah.
Photoshop.
They
and
use all that
Illustrator
stuff.
and
It's
InDesign.
all the same stuff.
When we went to the bunker,
Yep.
Pro Tools, the rig that I'm recording this podcast on right now, internally is the same software rig that we recorded a full
There's
length
really
album
no
on.
mystique behind it. It's just knowing how to do it, and
Yeah.
it's honestly, I think the industry takes advantage of how intimidating a lot of this stuff is.
Adam.
The industry
right.
definitely takes advantage of how intimidating it appears, and they
Yeah.
make it seem like what they do is a lot more valuable than really what it is now. I think in a different time, different story. Now, people are getting ripped off. What they are paying for these shoots, what they're paying for covers is crazy.
Oh, it's obnoxious.
crazy. It's ridiculous.
They shouldn't be paying what they are. It doesn't make any sense that they are. Or I should say they shouldn't be charging what they are for this shit. It's just like, what?
They shouldn't be,
But
but
they have to make their
considering the
living.
fact that, okay, well, at a certain point, it's like when before the do-it-yourself happened, it was their job. That was the only thing that they did, and
That's
people
true.
came to them to do that thing. So like, so yeah, they should be. You know, if you're a practical business person, you would change your business model and
Yeah.
do something
To
different
adapt with the times.
To adapt with
Yeah.
the times. Yeah.
I mean, the only
Offer more consulting for artists.
yeah,
I mean,
that's the
yeah.
thing.
Take
Consulting
control.
is huge.
well, my
right now.
friend Mike, like he does artist artist development.
Mm-hmm.
Which is incredible, which is something I think that's a very, very interesting route to go because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like me musically, sometimes I'm just like, wait, like as an artist, like I struggle to like do, or to like follow through with some of the things that I know I probably should or need to. And sometimes it's really good, like when you're like to have like some kind of mentorship of someone that's just like, hey, like I can help you get through that one thing, like so that you can do it yourself. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like helping is not a problem. You know?
Right.
I like that.
I definitely think the only people that are really surviving who are refusing to change are the people who are so good at what they do that they can get away with it. You know what I mean? Like there are reality is there are photographers who are so good and they are so good at what they do that they can get away with it. But it really
That's the same in any field.
And
It's
the thing,
adding,
yeah.
but it's the reality is if you're going into it and you're like, I'm going to start a photography business I'm a musician, I want to take photos for artists. It's honestly not a great place to start. You are not. That's not the way to do it because times are changing. It's only the existing people who have established careers who are surviving. It's anything other than that, you're
because
dead.
at a certain point it's like the thing isn't being able to take good pictures. It's especially with like photography in general or like any service that requires that kind of like expertise. It's more about knowing what to do to get the right shot, knowing how to like get your subjects in the right position to make them look good. If you're good at taking pictures but you don't know how to get your models into a good picture,
Yeah.
then it's like you're useless.
Sometimes we're missing the creative. We get a lot of people who are really good technically at things.
Right.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys who can configure a Pro Tools setup to be great. And it's going to be streamlined and the most efficient on a system. And the gain structure is going to be perfect. And it's going to look great on paper. But can they contribute anything to the music?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Are they musicians
Can they
or are they just engineers?
Right.
Are
Yeah.
they producers or are they just technicians? Like what skills do they have to
Can they
take
make
it from this
it's
freelance
like
thing?
miking it right versus miking it best, like
Right.
doing it the
Yeah.
best way or doing it the right way or the way that is taught to you.
Yeah.
You know, there's
That's honestly one of the craziest things about like being in a studio environment is like all the stereotypical things that you hear about recording like can just go out the window.
Yeah.
With a truly great engineer, they'll just go, oh no, that's wrong. Like I do it this way and it works great. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so personal. I think people think there's like a standardized way of doing things.
No. There are guidelines to get a good sound.
there's
Yeah.
you have to learn a baseline of skills in order to like gain fluency in whatever
Yeah.
system.
You have to
or-
learn the technique.
before you start to but once you learn it and once you're fluent in that, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. And that's the same with harmony or with writing music. Like, there's
100%.
technique. You learn the technique on how to do things, and then you do with it what you want.
Right. That's why people like always complain about harmony, and you're just like, okay, well, there's a reason they're teaching you this. There's a reason. It's because they want to teach you everything that you possibly can, like at Berkeley. I mean, they want to teach you everything that you possibly can about music, so that you can make the best music possible. You can have every asset at your disposal that is available in the music theory, in chord structures, whatever, in order to make the best music that you can make.
Yeah. So if you're ever in a situation where it calls for a certain sound, if you don't know what that sound is and you don't know how to create it, then you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taking what's in your mind and putting it onto paper
Yeah.
and doing that a bunch of times before you can actually put it into practice.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And it's like more broadly, they try to teach you all these skills. So you know you're not getting ripped off. So you know if an engineer comes in and he's like, no, dude, we need these preamps. We need the fucking Neve 991 preamps. Like, you got to throw me 10 grand to rent this shit. You're gonna be like, no, you don't need that. This is a demo. I'm not paying 10 grand for this.
Yeah.
Or like, oh yeah, you want me to export that, and you want me to put it into a Logic project? Like, dude, that's gonna be a couple $100. You can be like, no,
I can do
it's
that
not.
myself.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
They give you the skills to know that you're not getting fucked. Like,
you
you're
mean
gonna
like
transpose this?
You mean
up a
like
step?
as just like gaining fluency in the industry as a whole, and like
Yeah.
knowing a general idea of what's going on and how to do
Exactly.
certain things yourself, so that you don't get ripped off. In
Right,
the
so
future.
you don't get taken advantage of.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's really easy. Like, what does?
People think they're
do?
slick. People think they're slick, but like, fuck that. Like,
Yeah. I hate
That's
that
bullshit.
shit. I hate. See, that's like a huge problem. I
schemers,
find.
get out of my face. Like,
I hate
can
that
do
shit.
that
The one
myself.
thing I'd say, you'd be amazed though, like when you're in a situation like that and you're with someone who is that, like if someone's in a position where they are in a really established position in the music industry and they're trying to, like, it is honestly really intimidating, and it's you really do have to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
You really have to assert yourself, because in that room, you are the least important person in that room to everybody there. So you need to like make it clear that you have to stand up for yourself. You have to make it, and it's pretty intense. Like they'll try anything with you. They'll try anything to take more money from you, and they're just waiting to see when are you gonna go. Nope, that's not happening. Like they're waiting to see when you're gonna call them out.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. It's totally true. And I think that that's a huge problem. And it's probably because they are like the big labels. They are fucking scared. You know, like they are scared. Their their business is starting to go.
You would hope they are.
You know,
you would hope. I mean, anyone who's. I mean, musicians aren't famously intelligent. but I think
that's fair.
I'm sure someone knows what's going on.
One can hope.
One can hope.
One can only hope.
Yeah. And the fact that this do-it-yourself thing is gaining legitimacy is contributing to the impact of revenue on the industry. Like the increase in revenue in 2017 is not because of the big labels. It's because of the new style.
It's just because of everybody's doing it themselves, and the middleman has been cut out.
Right. And because of that, the barrier for entry is so low. You just get more people in it, increasing the revenue.
There's just saturation. The market is just so saturated right now with music that it's hard to not, like, there's no possibility that there's supply and demand. Like, there's more supply, everyone's going to listen to it. Like, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Economics.
Economics.
Definitely.
Trickle down economics.
Yeah, I definitely think it's I mean, like, the obvious example is, like, with the whole independent thing is, I think what's really quite scary to labels is seeing just the scale that independent artists can work at. Because that was kind of, the thing with indie artists could, like, kind of blow up and then it would kind of fizzle out because they didn't have the organizational skills to turn it into anything. I mean, you look at guys like, the classic example is Chance the rapper. I mean, like, what he's been able to do completely independently is terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Destabilizes everything for the industry. It completely is. It's a statement.
Yeah.
It really is a statement that, like, you don't need anyone.
The dude releases his music on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, he doesn't even monetize his digital music a lot of the time. Like, his primary source of distribution is SoundCloud.
yeah.
That's fucked.
He bailed out SoundCloud, right?
He did.
SoundCloud was gone for a day, and then Chance the Rapper said, "No,
This is important.
We're gonna keep this going."
It was such an important part of the musical culture over the last, 5 years at least?
I think
How long is SoundCloud?
hip-hop especially.
honestly, I think more than that.
I just don't know.
I don't know.
about-
I've never been a SoundCloud person.
I use it for uploading music to put on my website. That's it. I just embed music to
SoundCloud
I
is
just
like
don't get the whole-
for producers is absolutely it's a toolbox. You see 100% what other producers are thinking, what they're doing. It's honestly a great way to learn how to produce. Is because you're seeing so many different kinds of producers all in one place. They're all at different levels and different stages. So you can see people who are newer and see the mistakes they're making, and you can see people who are more experienced who are crazy. I mean, like, there's guys on SoundCloud, like, I'm gonna rep guy Oz, OSZ, crazy trap producer, crazy EDM producer. He is the perfect example of what producers should be doing.
Yeah.
And you can, on SoundCloud, you can see all stages of that. Whereas in the industry, you're obviously not really going to find Drake with a beginning producer to spot what's going wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I think the culture really leads to everybody learning from each other. And it's making for there's way more, like, a couple of years ago, it would have been crazy to find an amazing producer. It would have been difficult. Now there's just an abundance of guys that are insane.
Oh yeah.
Insane.
Like killer, like so good. And like you said, with a fucking laptop in a basement. You know what I mean? Who was that fucker? Oh yeah, I remember who it was. Owl City. No, seriously though. But
Owl
listen,
City's dope as fuck.
who had that? He had that one hit,
Carly Rae
and
Jepsen
I'm
plus
pretty sure.
Owl City equals fire.
Dude, and a lot of like, I know, like, there was like some story floating around that like a lot of it was done with him and his fucking laptop in a basement.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like I recall reading about that.
I definitely used to bop to Owl City.
Me
Fireflies.
too.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Or
Oh
high
my
school.
God.
I do.
But, like,
that
it's-
song comes to mind. I definitely have a lot of memories being in the car.
I think I could probably still sing the whole song.
Well,
The fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep.
That's just-
Okay, first of all, did we just start an Owl City cover band? I'm gonna be honest.
I think
Owl
so.
City.
I think so.
I haven't
I'll
played.
write the
I haven't
charts.
played bass in a hot minute, but I'm down. Mike on drums,
Oh yes, let's do it.
yeah.
When was the last time you touched a kit, Mike?
The studio.
Is that your principal?
No, I'm a marimba principal.
Right, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Marimba.
but in the studio was the last time I touched a kit at Bunker.
That's amazing.
Because I was checking the tuning on the drums. Literally was the last time I ever sat down at a
Get
drum
on the
set.
kit, man.
Let's fucking do it.
Get you on the
Yeah.
kit.
I'm gonna play for the new
Owl
project.
City cover band.
Get,
Let's do it.
get you on the kit. Get me on the bass again. God, I was a terrible bass player. Don't. That was not. I should not be.
No,
that
it should be an Owl City cover band with a slap bass aesthetic.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. The only kind of bass playing that I'm only like
you
I'm
don't play
okay
slap
at
bass,
is
do you even
it's
play
so,
bass?
It's so specific.
Like Wooten changed bass playing, man. I love Victor Wooten.
No, you know what the real thing is? Victor Wooten's brother, who plays the guitar.
Yes.
and drums,
Ridiculous.
He was
What's his name?
under
What's it? I
investigation.
don't know. He goes by some pirate
Shit,
name or something.
Wait, he does what?
He literally. He
he's
has.
ridiculous.
He invented a drum guitar instrument. It's like
No
a
Future
fucking
Man.
way.
Future Man.
Future Man is his name.
Like
No
this-
fucking
this-
way.
no,
he
That
plays
sounds
this
so
guitar.
awesome.
He plays this guitar and like
We're gonna get a video.
it's
right
so
now.
Like,
crazy.
I can't
man.
even
Everybody
It's
check
so
out
crazy.
Future Man from Bela Fleck.
Bela
and the
Fleck and the
Fleck
Flecktones, man. Like,
Oh
that
shit, that's the
is
thing you
He-
showed
him
me
and
the
his
other day,
brother are
right?
just
Bela
they're
Fleck and the
freaks.
Flecktones.
They're
It's so good.
They're so dope.
You gotta check out Future Man right now.
He dresses like a pirate.
It's Future Man. He invented this. He
I
invented a
yeah.
MIDI controller guitar style drum trigger.
Yeah, drum kit. And I
So
watched.
he's playing drums on the guitar.
Yeah, with sample
But he
drums.
also
With
uses.
sample.
Yeah. Sometimes he like gets a stick out and like hits a real drum.
Yeah. Future Man was
Oh, yeah, this is
under
the video where he, like-
investigation for tax evasion for a while.
Whatever.
He didn't
Yeah,
pay
but-
taxes
yeah,
for
yeah,
all
He's
of
a
the
pirate,
2000s.
dude. Whatever. Let him tax of it all he wants.
Dude, so
Oh,
did
you have
Willie
to show
Nelson.
them that he's dressed like a pirate.
I can't.
Okay, but
Can't do
anyway,
that.
he's dressed like a
Look
pirate.
up Future Man solo Chicago Bluegrass and Blues Festival, December 12th, 2009.
Yeah, and he like explains how he
Interesting
does it. He like. So sick.
Future Man is a freak. I love
Dude,
him.
I don't know what's up with the Wootens, but they're on some next level.
They got some shit in that
They're on
water.
some next level shit, dude.
Yeah.
He's a
Dude.
fucking freak.
There are some of those families that are just annoying. Like everyone is crazy gifted. And like I know like a few of those families where like there's a few musicians in the family, but then their brother's like amazing,
yeah,
but
this
he's a
video's
finance
amazing.
guy. Like it's so
Yeah.
irritating.
You know, I have not seen Victor Wooten once on campus.
Really?
Yeah.
I went to one of his clinics.
I see him
go.
all the time.
never see
I
him.
see him like at least twice
I
a
literally
week.
never seen him.
I never saw him.
You don't see him twice a week, Adam.
Dude, I've
I
seen
got
him.
coffee
I've
behind
seen
him in line like 3
I
times.
see
a
him-
week.
LL Cool J was on campus today.
I know.
I
What?
obviously
Robert
didn't.
Glasper was here 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
Robert Glasper was
I
here
saw
2 weeks
Robert
ago.
Glasper at the corner.
I saw Snapchats.
Yeah,
okay.
I saw
This is
Snapchat.
Robert
Glasper.
Glasper, yeah.
I think I saw Snapchat sitting here.
What do you guys? Okay,
On a
let me ask
Thursday
you guys
night.
something. If you see someone famous on the street, do you go up to them or no? Yes or no?
I have a very interesting story about this.
Depends.
I-
on
when
who
I
it
was-
I
is
usually
and what I
don't.
have to say.
Depends.
When I was 12 years old, I was at the Virgin Lounge at Heathrow Airport, and David Hasselhoff. And,
Of course,
and I
you
looked,
meant
and I
David
looked him in the
Hasselhoff.
eye, and I was starstruck. I was like, "Oh my god,
It's David Hasselhoff.
What the
I'm
hell is happening?" Like
I'm
this,
You should have been like
David
SpongeBob
this
movie.
SpongeBob?
it was the first celebrity I'd ever seen in person, and it was like I was amazed. And we locked eyes, and he looked at me like, "Don't you dare say anything." and then I was like, and then I just looked away immediately and just was like, "Mom, I just saw David Hasselhoff." Like, it was like, yes, he did not seem thrilled that a 12-year-old still recognized him.
Damn.
I saw Casey
That's so lame.
Neistat
He was
on
in
the
the-
street outside of your apartment once.
Who?
Oh,
Casey
that's
Neistat, the YouTuber.
Oh, I don't know. That.
He's like super famous now.
I'm not a YouTuber.
We saw
I'm not a
Al
YouTube
Sharpton.
Man.
Yeah, we saw Al Sharpton.
No way.
Al
Oh,
Sharpton
Reverend.
in
Back in
He
the day.
Reverend Al
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Sharpton?
smoking cigars,
Yeah.
and Al Sharpton just walked by, and I was like, "What?"
That's fun.
Like,
That's funny.
That was cool.
That's
But
cool.
I saw Casey, and I was just sitting outside your apartment. I think I was waiting for food or something. And I was looking at my phone, and then I hear a boosted board, and I'm like, "Oh, this is Casey." Casey rides by on the sidewalk, 3 feet in front of me. And I just go, "Yo, Casey!" And he goes, "Yo!" And I was like, "That just made my day."
See,
Like, it
that's
just made my
cool.
fucking
That's
cool.
life.
I just like the thing is.
When I. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that like I would always feel like so like I never want to like, cause I don't know how often that happens to them.
Like,
Like where they actually
all the
get
time.
Seven
well,
times a day.
Well, yeah. So it's just like I always like selfishly I'm just like, yeah, dude, I definitely want to go say what's up. But at the same time, also just like, yeah, but I'm just another fuck that's gonna annoy the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah,
You
for
know what
sure.
I mean? Like,
That's why I just say what's up. I don't ask for pictures or like.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I,
Just like, what's
I
up?
met Tom Morello this summer after the Prophets of Rage show, and like obviously like they're playing Rage Against the Machine songs, so I'm moshing, and I'm sweaty. Like I get
Yeah.
sweaty, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Like when you're
Sweaty.
moshing, you're gonna get sweaty.
When you're moshing,
Yeah.
So
it's gonna happen.
then I go backstage afterwards because I'm with one of these managers that I was working with, and I see Tom Morello, and they're like, "Yo, Tom Morello's back there," and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Tom Morello!" And like I've never met like one of my guitar heroes. Like Tom Morello's like all time one of my guitar heroes. Like I've never met one of those before. So it was like my first time, and I'm just going up, and I'm like, "Hey Tom, like, do you mind if I get a picture with you real quick?" And he like puts his hand, he's like, "Oh, for sure, dude, like no worries." Puts his hand on my back, and I'm sweaty still. My shirt's
Yeah.
still wet. So he puts his hand on my back. He's like, "Oh, sweaty." and then he goes, "All right, man, let's take this picture," and does this, and like just like takes a sick picture with me. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Tom Morello, like, you're the man, dude."
see,
you're the
I
man.
hope that if I
That's
ever get to
cool.
that-
That's cool.
You're the man.
I mean, like, I
Yeah.
think I definitely like I get like where he's like touching back and was like, "No."
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
I would do that
I'm a
too
gross,
if I
sweady
touched
kid.
Alex
I'm
back.
a gross, sweady stranger
I
that
bet-
wants to
yeah,
get a
no,
picture
but
with
That's
Tom
literally
I
the
bet
first
with him,
thing when I
happens
said
more
when
than
I
you
touched
think.
your
Oh,
back.
for
Like,
sure.
I
hold
bet
on
because
a
everybody's
second.
moshing and
Oh,
shit, like,
yeah.
everybody's so into it, and then they come up to him afterwards and they're just.
I'm sure
dripping
he
with
probably
sweat.
he pulls that a lot. He probably goes, "Ooh, sweaty."
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
Like I've had going to Berkeley, especially as a marimba player. My marimba teacher
needed
is
more.
one of my
Give me a
idols.
little more room.
Yeah.
So
I'll give you
when
a
I
little more
met
room.
her,
A little
like,
more
that
room.
changed my
Hell yeah,
life.
"Oh, thanks, Sam."
And I was like, "Oh my god,
That's
this is
nice.
Nancy
Cheek to
Zeltzman,"
cheek.
and I'm playing for Nancy Zeltzman right now. And then after a semester, like she became a friend, and I got used to it. And it was weird because she's famous.
Yeah.
Like marimba players around the world know her for what she's done.
Yeah, but she's famous for marimba, dude.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I know.
That's literally hundreds of people.
I know. It's
You don't know what
hundreds.
you're talking about. That's hundreds of people around the world. that all
Dude,
know
the hottest
same
marimba
person.
It's not
album.
even a numbers thing. It's a respect thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
like,
I
oh,
know,
yeah,
I
we're
know. We're
just
just, we're
fucking-
I
just
get
so
phone
good.
calls from Nancy Zeltzman on her cell phone.
That's
cool.
I remember
blows
the
my
first
fucking
time I
mind.
talked to you, and you were like, and I was like, "Oh, like what's your principal, whatever." The normal Berkeley questions that you ask. And you were like, "Oh yeah, like I'm here to study with Nancy. Like that's it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude,
Shit.
amazing!" Like, and now that's sick that you like became homies. with
Honestly
her.
though, check it out because Nancy. I went to a show with him because I like me and Mike. We sometimes occasionally socialize.
Once in a while.
Sometimes,
too.
occasionally.
Once in a while.
It was
and
for work though
it
because
was,
I wrote.
It was actually
for
it was
the
for work.
festival.
Actually, true. But we went to this marimba show and I was like I stood up like a sore thumb. Like I was not.
Yeah.
But like it was amazing. You guys should check that stuff.
What's
out.
that band?
It's
What's that
amazing.
band that Davis really likes? That they all do those marimba covers?
Oh, the Mallet Cat. They use those
do you know
like
who it
synth marimba kind of.
Do you know what the
things.
band is?
Um,
Is it Vessela's band?
It was the
Bury Me Standing?
Yeah, it's the
man, it's
his
called-
teacher's band.
Vessela.
You probably
No. It's like it's not his professor's band. Like it's this band that does like crazy all marimba music, and it's ridiculous.
And it's all synth marimba? Like
no, it's
Mallet
like
Cat?
real marimba.
Real marimba.
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 I don't know.
Mega Pickle.
Look up marimba bands.
Mega Pickle.
Look up.
There are like
I'm just gonna
millions
keep
of them.
whispering that in your ear, man. I'm just gonna keep going.
Are they from Japan? Because all marimba bands are from Japan.
They're not from Japan. They're American.
I-
Text Davis.
So
Some-
percussion? Fucking call Davis.
I'm gonna
call
okay.
him right now.
Okay, call Davis.
Davis never picks up his phone.
I'm gonna get mad at him if he doesn't.
Davis
I'm
Maybe
gonna
I'll
get
call
mad at
Nancy
him.
and be like, "Yo,
Like,
what's
Davis
this
is
band that
marimba
Davis is
Davis will
talking
text
about?"
you back. I don't know if Davis will call you.
He better answer.
I called Davis like last week. He still hasn't gotten back to me. And I'm just waiting.
I called Davis like last semester and he still hasn't
Davis
gotten
Nichols,
back to
shout
me.
out. Shout out to Davis Nichols.
I love you, Davis.
Lives in my building, 45 Westland.
Davis Pickles.
No, I gotta cut that out.
Okay, sorry.
I gotta cut that out. That's okay. It's for your own safety. And
It was
Davis doesn't
it's
know.
for Davis.
Just because I'm comfortable giving my address, doesn't
It's just
mean
for
you should
Davis.
give everybody's
It's my
address
address
out.
too.
I know.
Whatever.
Hello, you've reached David.
Son of
Oh,
a
Davis.
There
Yeah,
he
there are
is.
hundreds of marimba bands. So percussion. Is it? I don't. There are so
It's
many.
not soul percussion. It's Nathan knows. I'll text Nathan.
Yeah, you should call Nathan.
Nathan's
I'll call
so
Nathan.
woodless.
Tell him he's live on our podcast.
Okay.
Does he know who I am still?
I think.
Does
so.
he know who I am?
Did you've
still?
met him, right?
Yeah, I've met him a few
I know
times.
Nathan.
Dude, I don't know. Nathan
I know
forgets
Nathan.
things.
I know Nathan
Yeah.
pretty well.
I mean, I forget things too. So
I
it's
feel
fine.
bad. People always walk by me and say what's up, but they never stop to say hi.
Yeah. Come on, Nathan.
Come on, Nathan.
Come through.
Come on.
He's not gonna answer it.
Fuck you, button.
Oh, he's not.
You should call him back.
No, what's that marimba band? He's probably practicing.
What's that marimba band?
He's gonna know.
What's that marimba band?
What's that marimba band?
that Davis likes.
No, he's gonna know.
He's
Oh,
gonna know.
He's gonna
I'll-
know.
I'll
Y'all
write-
have talked about this before. It's
Because he was gonna
implied.
go to the show with Davis last year.
Wait a minute. What the fuck? Was it in Boston?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who was it?
I don't know.
Who played in Boston?
I don't know.
I played in Boston.
Oh, dude.
once.
See, quick response. He's practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Square peg, round hole.
Square Peg Round
Oh,
Hole.
yeah. Davis has
Yeah.
showed me Square Peg Round
I
Hole
have
before.
never heard that in
They're
my
cool,
life.
man. They're really
I'll
They're
cool.
pretty
check
cool.
them
I
out.
dig it.
I'll
I
check
dig the
them out.
vibe.
I'll check it out.
Square
I'm gonna
Peg
check it
Round
out.
Hole.
Who's in it? Do I know any of these people? Who's in the band? Who's in the fucking band?
Who are you people?
I think Davis said he was homies with the
Oh,
with
Evan
one of the
Chapman. I know
guys.
Evan Chapman. Yeah, that's the guy who he's homies with for
Okay,
sure.
for sure.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
You never listened to this band before?
No.
Oh man, they're
Yeah,
really good.
Evan Chapman used to go to Boston Conservatory.
Yeah.
I think he did.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I like it. I like that. Like, I wasn't overexposed to as much like
Oh, he went to
different
Berkeley.
kinds of music.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, he went to Berkeley.
Ooh.
Davis said that he had
went
like
to
reached out to
Berkeley.
him or something, and I don't remember. Whatever.
Yeah, he was one of Nancy's students.
Oh, okay, for sure. Is Davis also taking lessons with Nancy? Do you know?
Not this semester. He did
But he
last
did?
semester. He's
Okay.
taking drum set this semester.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah.
I thought he was really into marimba though. I
He
thought
is.
that he was.
He
Like,
is. He really is. I mean, his principal is total percussion,
Right.
so he has to take drum set.
He's a
as
really, really good
performance
timpanist.
see.
too.
major. Yeah, really good
Tim-
timpani.
Very, very good timpanist.
He studied with one of the best timpanists alive, Richard Flanagan. Shout out to Richard.
Asked Davis to play
Plays with the
timpani
Boston
for
Symphony
you.
Orchestra.
Davis
He's
Nichols.
amazing.
Shout out to Davis Nichols.
Shout out to Davis.
Davis Nichols
He
spelled
is
not
a
pickles,
homies.
but with an N.
Mega Pickles, motherfucker.
Mega pickles. Mega pickles.
Davis Mega Pickles.
Davis Mega.
Davis
Nichols.
Mega Pickles Nichols.
Oh, Mega Pickles Nichols.
Can we call him Mega Pickle?
Yo,
Mega Pickle!
Mega Pickle!
I'm gonna be honest. Knowing him, I think he would hate that. Like,
He
Probably
definitely
like,
would. He
Probably.
definitely
and he
would.
would not
the
even like
greatest
not
thing.
even in a funny way. Like it would just immediately ruin his day. Like immediately, like he'd be walking class, he'd be like, "Oh, I've got my stuff to do," and then he would just be like,
Yo,
"I
Mega
hate you."
Pickle!
And he'd be like,
Duh.
vocal fry. I mean, just vocal fry.
Just like, who's always on
I
his
can't do
fry?
vocal fry.
You can't do
Dude.
that? You can't do
Dude, you gotta always be on your fry.
I know you got the vocal fry, Sam.
There it is.
I kind of do that. I kind of go.
I got it back.
No, you gotta. Yeah, there it is.
It's like a sweet spot.
Yeah, talk on your fry.
Roger Brad used to talk like that. Like,
Okay.
the college
Okay,
music.
these are really like creepy noises. You're making- and I imagine
If
in the
someone
micro-
just tuned into the
Like-
live
like-
stream, we're just
like-
like,
It would just, someone would definitely think something's going on under this table. Definitely something's got like, what is happening to these boys?
You just have to like talk.
Is
you
this
just,
a
like,
live colonoscopy for all 4 of these boys?
Basically, that's basically what's happening right now.
Dude, so like, Alec, what have you been up to musically?
Dude, musically, I've been writing music, rehearsing music with this band that I just formed like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
And we're preparing for a show next month, hopefully, with our boys Nick Leon.
Nick Leon,
And,
we've had them
and
on.
Blaze, yeah, you guys had.
We've had Blaze on. We haven't had Rivercat on yet, though.
I want to have
Rivercat. Well, yeah,
on.
hopefully we're gonna play a show with them too. So
Nice.
So that should be cool. We're just right now we're definitely in our early stages of rehearsal. Like we got a few songs almost down, and we're just hoping to get it together for the show.
Yeah, man.
We don't have a band name yet, unfortunately. So hopefully
Alec
in the next
Rosenberg
couple of
and the
weeks,
Mega Pickles.
Alec
Rosenberg and the Mega
Rosenberg.
Pickles. I just don't like my name that much. That's the real thing.
See, that's
Alec
like my
Mega
last
Pickle
name
and
is
the Mega Pickles.
Terrio.
I thought it'd be
And-
cool if the name was Poser with a Z. Because my middle name is Azer, spelled Ozer.
Of course it is.
Ozer.
Of course it is.
It's spelled it's Azer though. I don't
Dude,
know.
I'm on that same shit though. I took my middle name. Like my middle name's Joseph, Adam Joe. Like, that's
Adam
exact-
Joe.
Yeah,
I was
that's-
always wondered that.
My
Yeah.
name's Sam Nickson, and I use my name.
My name's
Sam
Mike
Nickson?
Thompson.
Yeah,
and
but
I
Sam
use my
Nickson,
name.
you're Sam Nickson. Like you. That's.
But Sam
That's my
Nickson's
name.
like a good name.
I
That
don't
just
like my
rolls
name.
off
I
the
never
tongue.
liked my name really. Rosenberg.
But that's the same. Like
So
Terry. Like,
Jewish.
mine like
is
is.
so
Why would I
Jewish.
want
love
to? I don't want to advertise myself as like, or I like being Jewish, but like I don't want to like my band's identity to be like Jew band.
Oh,
They got that Jew guy in
How
there.
amazing would it be if your thing as the band is we are the most predominant
Dude,
Jewish American
Oh my
band
god!
in
In
the
high
world.
school,
It's such a
in high
niche.
school, the kids that I used to jam with in high school, like
So
some
Jewish.
of them were Jewish, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like let's be called the like Shabbat Shalomers or something."
Honestly,
And I was like,
honestly, I would so listen to that.
no.
I would so listen to
I
that.
would listen to the Shabbat Shalomers.
I so
Yeah,
would.
but you also listen to Shrek is Love.
Yeah.
consistently.
Yeah, but the music is fantastic.
It is really good. Honestly, it's grown on me. It's grown on me a lot.
You guys
Very
That's
have
the
to
good.
check
thing-
out the Shrek is Love EP, Volume 1. This is
Volume
my
1
swamp.
EP.
Just to give you a taste.
Is this one Lord Farquaad?
Yeah.
This is quality fusion right here.
About Lord Farquaad.
It's incredible. It's
See, that's the thing. It's like the more
incredible
the more I listen to it, the more I'm just like.
Jazz doesn't mean anything.
What is-
I'm joking. That's a joke. I'm just
What's
a joke.
jazz?
That was me just playing. I appreciate jazz.
Oh my
better. Ooh. I can't play any more of that.
See,
But
like
it's
that's
fantastic.
the thing is, I'm like you gotta be like though like I love it so much, but I know that the only reason I love it as much as I do is because like
Because
I'm
of
a
how ridiculous it
musician.
is.
Oh, that's.
I'm
But
a
that's so many
musician,
bands
and I'm
nowadays.
taking all these like really intense harmony in harmony classes. You know what I mean? And like you hear all the changes, and you're just like, oh, that's hip as fuck.
People
but,
that like don't know are just like that's weird.
exactly.
I don't care. I
We're
know.
just like that's
That's-
weird.
We're
but that's
in the club.
That's yeah, we're in the club.
Guys,
We're in the club.
I don't give a fuck. Like I don't make music like that, but I can like it.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the thing.
That's the
yeah.
thing. You can just be like, wow, that's such an interesting application for like a really obscure concept that I never thought could ever be used actually.
And it's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
an EP about Shrek.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
How serious?
What are the songs called? It's Lord Farquaad.
This is my swamp and
This
Fiona.
is my swamp.
that was a yeah.
This is my swamp.
This is my swamp.
I will be honest. I'm also into the album cover too.
Yeah,
Yeah, the album
cover's
cover's pretty cool. I like it.
They also did an interview with the Huffington Post, like last month. It is ridiculous.
Oh my
The most legitimate news source in the world.
Just to read this. This is something new and different. Any Shrek lovers out there? Shrek is Love is an unusual new California/New York-based jazz/R&B/soul faction with a new release, Shrek is Love Volume 1. This is my swamp. Despite the fact that they play songs about love and Shrek,
Thank you.
the whimsical green ogre from the movie, their music is quite sophisticated.
It is.
It is.
That's a fact.
So, do you really love Shrek all that much? Yeah. There's definitely an internet culture around Shrek.
You mean that
There's
that
a
video? the
variety
Shrek
of
is Love
forms
video?
on the internet.
Have you seen that video?
Yes,
dude?
I have, dude.
That
Well,
movie's
that's
outrageous.
the irony of this because the reporters don't know. This is the rest of his response. There's a variety of forms of that culture out on the internet. We just kind of hit on the idea. The people that discovered it just loved it, and it's definitely creative.
Do yourselves
with
a
positive
favor.
Feedback.
Don't watch Shrek is Love, Shrek
No.
is Life.
No.
It will ruin your day.
PC
Also, maybe your week.
a shit ton of stuff.
It's so
Like
weird.
there's so like
It is the weirdest thing. If you want to be weirded out, go ahead. Watch Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life.
I think I think it's a formative experience.
Indeed.
I think you have to think of it that way. Like no one wants to do it, but it's necessary.
It's.
to participate.
Have you seen
Dude,
that
my
video
boss,
of the
I worked-
cows
I worked
doing
at-
all the cow things?
Yeah.
It's like that.
So they asked them a question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years when you've run out of Shrek? Jacob Mann from Long Beach, great dude. There are 4 Shrek movies. I'm not sure if I've seen them all, actually, but a lot of the movies have DVD extras, and we can maybe delve into that. Then when we get into the end of the Shrek plot, it's sort of like a Game of Thrones situation where he stopped writing the book, but the TV went forward with the plot. That might be our job as a band. Sort of take the plot where it wants to go.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so fucking
My
awesome.
god. This man is fucking with this reporter so hard.
It's amazing.
Do you think they're gonna come out with a Shrek is Love Volume 2?
Yes, they're planning on it.
No way.
They got it in the works.
What do you
That's
think?
so awesome.
What are the songs gonna be on that one?
I don't know, bro.
I really hope there's one about Donkey. There has to
Donkey
be.
has to.
Donkey has to make
to
an
have
appearance.
Puss in
one.
Boots.
Puss in Boots.
Like,
Puss
come
in
on, the
Boots,
gingerbread
yeah.
Was I a
dude?
fan of
Oh,
Puss in
yeah.
Boots? I don't know.
I
I don't know if I was really a
knows.
fan of
Was I a
Puss in
fan
Boots.
of
Puss.
Gumdrop Buttons? That should be the
Not
next
the
song. That's the
Gumdrop
single for the
Buttons.
Volume 2, not the Gumdrop Buttons.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Huff posted a music review on the EP.
That's amazing.
I didn't realize Dude, did Huffington Post update their website? Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this
First
sleek
of all,
new site.
this description is ridiculous. Stylistically, Shrek is Love blends R&B, soul, and jazz with vaporwave and chiptune, aka 8-bit music. Vaporwave combines electronic music with the internet memes by engineering the tracks electronically. Common techniques include chopping and screwing. Amalgamating these various genres results in what I call stylized, sardonic elevator music.
Sardonic.
Yo, I feel like this
elevator music.
person's using a lot of big words.
I feel like music reviewers actually don't speak real English.
Sardonic
Like nothing.
elevator music.
This is like the conceptual penis as a social construct.
First of all, well, let's not even get into that because that's gonna go through a whole thing. Like,
Moral of the story
brilliant.
is that you can say things in the English language that actually mean nothing, but sound really impressive. Like
yeah.
the title track exudes a jazzy R&B flavor that's chock full of electronic effects, including boops and burbles, creating a layered effect that rides on the keyboards.
Sorry, Mike. Did they just say the words exude and also
Boops and
Boops and
burbles.
boofs and boobrels in the same sentence?
Yes.
What the
I'd say the funniest thing you'll notice with almost any critic anywhere in any type of thing is they will say something and then immediately contradict something. So they'll go, yes, I mean the record is very raw, but also very refined. And you just kind of go like,
What?
Okay, first of all, those two things can't exist together. Like that's insane.
No.
Sam,
Like
don't assume my gender. It's 2017.
I don't know where that came from. I never made an assumption. I always assumed.
Did you just assume my genre, bro?
This
Assume my
last
genre.
I
paragraph
always knew
is
you were a
ridiculous.
very handsome person.
The overall flavor of This Is My Swamp
See?
is
2017.
tentative jazz
2017. It is 2017.
mixed with R&B and
I'm happy
trendy
about it.
electronica. There's so much electronic manipulation occurring that the melodies assume a discordant note, although it's stylish discord. Essentially, the music becomes obscured in its overproduction and thus begins wallowing in repetitive sonic complexity in which complication appears to be the means to an end.
So, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad.
It's ambiguous, but it's supposed to be bad. But also, the album is not particularly overproduced.
Is there like a 5-star rating on here? Like, what's the rate? Like, out of 5? Is there like a
There's
rating or
no
something?
rating on it.
All
no.
I'm gonna say
What
is
kind of
this,
music review
this
doesn't have a
guy,
rating?
this
Yeah,
guy
right?
clearly like he didn't actually listen to it.
Yeah,
I can tell you,
he
he
read
basically
the description.
listened to it and went, okay, so this is music.
He
So
probably
I'm
listened
gonna
to the
I'm gonna
intro.
write something about this music that keeps my job. Basically, this guy's just trying to keep his job.
A tinny blaring synth drives the melody, adding harsh sonic colors that contrast with the dulcet voice of Mayo, whose articulation carries a hip-hop flavor. On the chorus, the melody transitions to an oozing, twinkling mishmash of shimmering hip-hop and electronic sound effects.
Okay, I'm gonna tell
That's
you.
Do me a
not
favor.
in the music.
Do me a favor.
I'm telling you now.
Hit Command
Anyone-
F and type in the word Sonic. How many times?
Anyone,
2.
Only 2. I
know.
feel like it should be more.
anyone that
Feel like
listens,
should be more.
Sardonic
like,
once. Chris.
anyone that listens to this and thinks it's hip hop is insane.
They're dumb as
Has
shit.
anyone who even thinks hip hop flavors?
Now just search the
it's
word
neo
dumbass
soul.
and see if
Okay,
he says it at the
It's
end.
neo soul. That's what it is, and that's not mentioned once.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
because neo soul's not a genre yet, obviously.
Oh, clearly.
God.
Tell that to Erica Badu, Alec.
What do you guys feel about
Eric
the,
Ya Badu?
Eric Badu.
what do you actually
Erica
guys feel-
Biada?
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 Biada? Biada?
I hate you all.
How do you guys feel about music reviewing in general? Just
dumb
like
as
people
fuck.
like who
I
are
mean,
paid to like
sometimes like okay, if it's like a person that has made a reputation for themselves and is actually respected in the industry,
yeah.
then yeah, their opinion does have some sway and it does hold some weight.
Yeah.
But if it's a guy from the Huffington Post that's literally talking bullshit about something that they didn't even listen to,
Yeah.
is that
That-
does
this
that
is
matter at
ridiculous.
all? Does
Well,
that
it's just
matter
like
at all?
it feels weird at first. Like when I think about music reviews, is people like almost like critiquing your music when there's so many subjective things that person and going for that person. You know what I mean? Like that person
Definitely.
maybe just not a fan of that
Oh,
kind of
that's
music.
and that's the thing. Like,
And, like,
that's why
they'll have
that's
to
why
write
I
about
said
it.
some weight.
I think it's
Yeah,
also an issue because
yeah.
like most people who are actually qualified to really talk about this, frankly, are not going to take time to be music.
Don't
critics.
want to.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, the reality is these are probably failed industry people who they tried to make it a music business. They tried to make it as musicians.
No, they're journalists who like music
Or
a
they're
lot,
journalists who like music a lot.
but know
Yeah.
nothing about the process of creating
then
music.
go, yeah. I mean, there's all these hip hop flavors in, you know, in like.
Please tell
he's
me where
probably
the
gonna
hip-hop
find
is.
hip hop flavors in Charlie Parker.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean? He's crazy.
Yeah,
Like-
Randy
Yeah.
Raddick, who wrote this. Sorry, dude. Like, give it a real listen, man. Sorry,
Give it a
not to
listen.
call
I
him
mean,
out,
Mike
but,
really
like,
loved Shrek is Love.
Yeah,
also.
but he didn't say anything particularly negative. Like the review was
he kind of
good
just was used a lot of big words.
and didn't actually
I
describe
didn't
the
actually
music.
say
I'm gonna
anything.
bet that he doesn't know 3 of those words.
What other
that
reviews
used.
has he done?
I'm gonna bet there's 3 words in there that he doesn't fully understand the meaning of. I bet he had a thesaurus with him
What does
when he
sardonic
made this
mean?
article.
I know that word, but I don't know what it means. I feel like
so
I
it's
know it. I also
Wait, what word?
a
sorry?
grimly mocking or cynical. I don't
a
think
Grimly
sardonic
mocking or
elevator
cynical.
music. Sorry, what's his
I-
How
guy's
is
name?
it cynical?
I don't think that is the right use of sardonic at all.
Yeah.
This, I think he.
What's this guy's name?
Randy Raddick.
I'm calling you out, Randy Raddick.
Randy
fucked up, dude.
We're coming for you.
Shrek is Love may not be the greatest piece of music ever produced, but goddamn.
You know,
It's
you
not
know-
sardonic.
You know where both of us live now, so come on by.
Come at us,
Come
Randy.
to Davis's house. I don't care. Go to Davis's
We'll
house.
have
Davis will deal with it.
We'll have you on. We'll have you on. We'll talk
You won't be able
about
to
it.
get in there, dude.
Actually, you never said the apartment number. so
I don't
think
have.
can
You
be
don't know
right.
any of our apartment numbers,
Yeah,
man.
okay.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm not
We
saying
live in
where I
we live in Ohio.
No.
because I live in a house.
We
with
live in
a family
Ohio.
and shit.
We live in
Yeah.
Ohio. I don't know. if
That
you
Mike,
guys
that
know
sounded like you meant that you have a family.
No,
like
no,
like
no.
you.
I am
literally
a part
He
of it.
could though. He looks like it. You could be a dad.
You never.
You
know.
could be my dad.
I don't want to be a dad. Right?
You could be my dad.
No, these are both looks like adults, and
Yeah, no,
he
I'm,
could
I'm
not be your
20.
dad.
Yeah, that's.
You're not 20, dude.
Dude,
20.
it's like a full-time job
I think you're
fathering
probably.
myself.
Are you actually 20?
Dude.
When did you turn 20?
I am
It's the
such
20th
a
of summer.
child. I need to
It's a
put myself
full-time
in the-
job
Thanks,
fathering
man.
Did I say
myself.
happy birthday?
Yeah,
to
my
you?
poor
That's
dad
amazing.
that actually had to put
No
up
worries,
with me
no worries.
for like my life.
Happy birthday.
20 now.
20. You're
20.
20.
He's fucking 20, dude. Like, what the fuck? Just fucking with you.
How
He's
old are you?
19.
I'm 19.
That's insane.
You're
that
19. We're the same age.
That's insane. That's insane. Mike looks like he already.
I saw you on the first day of school. Remember when I met you on the first
Yep.
day of school in the elevator? I was
Yep.
scared. You had a beard.
Mike looks like he's your teacher.
You had a beard, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what's
No.
this guy doing in the dorms? This man has a beard.
This man always looks like.
And
fresh
you were
as
really
fuck,
happy,
too.
so I was kind of scared because everybody else was really nervous. So I was like, why is this guy happy and he has a beard?
Is he gonna murder us all tonight? Like,
No.
what the fuck is
And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm Jewish. And I was like, oh, that was the first thing we talked about.
Yeah,
Being Jews.
being
culture,
Jews.
man. It's being Jewish is just a cool club.
I think I just like
It's just
Jews
a
though.
club.
I love Jewish people.
If
I
you
love-
have a-
I
almost just said Jew people.
That
was really bad.
What's up with Jew
that came off
people?
so awful.
Jew people?
This is why I don't like to speak freely. Because
Honestly.
I'm so nice, but like I come off like shitty sometimes. It's like Jew people. No, I mean
I love the Jew
I mean
people.
Jewish people.
You can also say Jews. Like, that's
Jew.
totally
I often
acceptable.
find I'm the only Gentile in the room, and I'm not making any complaints.
Really?
No, because you always have
No,
a Jew on
well,
your
you
side.
just like having
I mean,
Jews
you've also,
around
you've also got to remember, like, first of all, I just
Wouldn't you?
I get along with Jews really well typically. I also went to high school in New Jersey. So,
Yeah, in North Jersey.
In North Jersey, and like I live in New York, so like
so many Jews.
it's like I'm the minority. It's like people look at me and go, "Oh, he's pale."
Have I told this
Yeah.
story?
Pale
of
and
the
from
anti-Semitic
England.
cab
It's
driver
true, I mean,
on
but
the
honestly-
podcast?
No, you haven't. That's a good story though.
I was
Great place to
seeing
live.
Sam once.
Love
I was
Jersey.
in New York, and I was getting a cab to JFK. And I got picked up in Lower Manhattan. And the cab driver was, like, super nice in the car. And we're driving through East Williamsburg. And East Williamsburg is, like, totally Hasidic. Like, super Hasidic population.
Mm-hmm.
And we're driving through, and, you know, they all have, like, the old Toyota vans and shit. He's like, oh, these Jews, man, they never pay their bills. I was like, what the fuck?
Who
are you
said
talking
this?
about? My cab driver. And I'm sitting in the
Oh.
backseat wearing a Star of David. He's like, they just don't tip well, man. So I said, are you saying they don't pay their bills or they just don't tip? He's like, oh, they just don't tip, man. And he just keeps going on and on. And he's
About
like,
Jews.
they should get out of Israel, man. Like, that's our country. He's from
Oh,
Egypt.
this guy was Egyptian.
Yeah. He's like, they should just get out of our country. It's
What do you
the
mean? You
promised land
have
for
your
us."
own. You have your own country.
Honestly,
That's what I'm saying.
honestly,
man.
you should just tell him to go. If you
Well-
need to get this out, go listen to Al Jazeera for a couple of
Well,
hours.
no.
And then calm down.
What I did is I got to the airport and I paid my bill and I didn't tip him. And he gets out of the cab and I took my receipt to be sure.
We got out of the cab.
He got out of the cab and he's yelling at me as I'm smoking a cigarette ready to go into JFK.
Yeah.
And he's yelling at me and he comes over to me and he's like, you didn't pay your bill. And a New York State cop comes over and he's like, what's going on here? And he's like, you didn't pay your bill. And I said, officer, this guy doesn't like Jews. And I pull out my Star of David and my receipt. And he goes, hey, cabbie, get back in your car and go home.
No way.
Because, like,
That's
you
badass, dude. That's
you
bad.
don't slander Jews in New York City. It does not end
there
well.
are
for
so
How
you.
many
about you
Jews.
just don't slander anybody?
There are so
It's
many
not
Jews in
that
New York.
hard.
I hate to say it's an unspoken kind of uncomfortable thing in New York that there's a lot of Middle Eastern cab drivers who clearly have some opinions about the Jewish people, and there's a lot of Jews in New York who happen to be customers.
Dude,
of
he
cab-
definitely
of cab
did
drivers.
not
It's
think you
very
were
uncomfortable.
Jewish.
No, he did not. And I was wearing just a collared shirt, and he could see my Star of David if he looked for it.
Yeah.
Or, like, even looked at my face.
Wow.
As I'm rolling my eyes as he's like, Jews just don't pay their bills, man. They're so cheap. I'm like, maybe because all you do is insult Jews your whole cab ride. Maybe that's why Jews don't tip you. Like,
Go,
think
yeah,
about
I
that.
don't really
How about you just
I don't
ask how my
recognize your
day
right
was?
to exist, but tip me well. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
I think everybody in Israel should die and, like, just Jews should just not exist. But they should tip me better, man. Like, what the fuck what am I doing wrong? I'm not doing anything
well,
wrong.
Mike, you all will in the holy fire, I'm sure. When it comes.
I know.
I'm sure when their dreams.
Listen, the
come true.
Jews are the chosen fucking people, man. We're going here,
Dude,
dude.
I don't know if I want to pound you to that.
Honestly,
because that's
honestly,
just such a blank-
That's immediately I'm taking a perspective on this issue. Like I'm taking.
I don't
want
want to take a
I'm
perspective
taking
on
a
this issue.
I also have no real.
I
Investment in the
listen, Israel's a
perspective.
beautiful country. Please visit Israel. It is a beautiful
never been.
country.
I would.
Dude,
I just wanna
Birthright.
I
I'm going
know.
on Birthright.
yeah.
I think I might go this summer.
Yeah.
Come
Didn't
with
you
me.
already go?
No, I've been to Israel before, but I didn't go for Birthright.
I wish I could go.
Be, Alyssa wants
Dude,
to
come
go
with
too.
me.
I should be.
Convert.
I should
Wait,
get an
remember we
honorary.
talked about?
I should get an honorary birthright.
For
should-
working
you
with
should
all
come.
Jews.
I should,
Dude,
I should just come. I
Just
should
come to
figure out a way
Birth-
to go and come to Israel with you.
Dude, yeah.
That'd be
Dude,
amazing.
Israel is amazing.
The birthright
We
trips
were
are
together.
so
It is
funny.
amazing. Not always though, because actually the point of Birthright, if you guys didn't know, is for Jews, for boy Jews and girl Jews to meet up and have Jew babies.
That's exactly
the
what
point of
birthright
Birthright.
is.
That is the
What?
whole point.
Yeah, it's to keep the
They
Jewish
just want,
culture
they just
going.
want, and like, hey, good on you. Like, I got a free trip to Israel. Whatever. Like,
Yeah, and maybe I'll bang some
maybe I'll
chicks.
meet a Jew. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
They
maybe I'll
definitely
bang
don't
a
want
Jew.
me. They
Oh
don't
my
want.
God.
They don't want anyone like me there. They
Can
don't
we
want
talk for a minute about the Family Guy episode? The Family Guy song "I Need a Jew"?
I need a Jew.
Oh my god.
that's
that's
great. Wasn't that
actually a
episode
great-
banned or something?
Yeah, they got so
Yeah.
much hate for that, but the song is fantastic.
Oh, it's a great song.
Nothing else has worked so far. So I'll wish upon a star, wondrous dancing speck of white. Lois makes me take the rap, 'cause our checkbook looks like crap. Since I can't give her a slap, I need
What year was this?
What the heck, dude? I think
No, this
First of
was
all-
a while ago.
First
This
of
was
all,
earlier.
late
Family
This was
Guy.
definitely like
Yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s.
This is like when they got canceled in 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, I get that.
That's so funny.
me how to whine and do my taxes.
Oh, it's so great.
So ridiculous.
How about that episode where fucking Peter and Quagmire start that Simon and Garfunkel esque
Oh
group?
my
it's
god.
right here,
Oh,
guys.
that
The one
was
where-
so
the one where
funny.
the
It's right
song-
here.
Which one is this? Oh, Alyssa
This is
Milano.
horrifying.
You were gonna be hot
When you were 9.
Every food tastes good with melted cheese.
The one
I like
the one that's like, I can't poop in strange places.
Don't store your condoms in your billfold. Those things don't work if they get dry and old. Broken rubber. Broken rubber.
The music team on Family Guy is
Oh,
fantastic.
Oh, yeah, it's
is
actually
is
really
a really
good.
good musician.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth
He's
MacFarlane's
a really
an
great jazz
incredible
singer.
The guy
jazz
who writes
vocalist.
for him, all the arrangements from his
Which-
music career
which
is
guy is
from the
The guy that writes for Family Guy is basically, what's his name?
Nelson
again?
Riddle.
Nelson
He's just
Riddle.
Nelson Riddle.
He's
but
basically Nelson Riddle.
newer. I think it's Ron Jones. I don't know for sure. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, Ron Jones.
Good on
Really
you,
good.
Ron Jones.
Good on ya, mate.
He's such a great big band composer.
Didn't
Like,
he did that arrangement of Shapoopy too for the show?
Yeah.
Oh, Shapoopy.
He does all the arrangements,
Yeah.
I think.
That was a good one. It's
Have
so
you ever,
funny. How
have you ever
much-
seen that like 100th anniversary episode of Family Guy where they do the interviews and whatever?
Yeah.
It's almost time for kickoff. Well, the get dealership in. All right, now 354. Yeah.
Shapoopy was a good one.
Here it is, Shapoopy.
Shapoopy. Shapoopy.
Or like Mr. Booze.
Shapoopy.
Mr. Booze.
All right, what
It's a
the hell's
gospel
going
tune.
on in
Mr.
front of
Booze
me?
is great.
Oh yeah.
That sure smells booze. You will wind up wearing cat shoes if you mess with Mr. Booze. Don't mess with Mr.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's no sharp 4 minor 7 flat 5 in this thing.
Oh yeah, that's
Dude,
what
Dude,
it
the
is.
thing.
We need
um,
the woo.
Also,
woo.
the weed song where Brian sings about
A bag of weed, a bag of weed. Everything's better with a bag
And
of
then
weed.
at the end
Yeah.
he says, and then at the end they just like do one sip it and they're like, and that's why pot is bad because he got convinced to not smoke pot
Yeah.
anymore, and he does
Yeah.
the fucking end number and convinces everyone again.
No more oppression. We as American adults. If you want to win. Now
This is so well arranged.
Stewie's good, man.
Yeah. Or Iraq Lobster.
Oh, Iraq
Oh,
Lobster.
Iraq Lobster.
Iraq Lobster's
Dude,
so
that was
good.
so good.
Every good Family Guy bit is so racist.
Oh,
or
and-
sexist or something.
They
It's
come for
amazing.
everyone though. That's the only thing that
Yeah.
makes it okay.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's-
You have AIDS?
Oh
you
my
have
God.
AIDS?
Do you have AIDS? Oh yes, not HIV.
I hate to say it, but if I had to find out that I had HIV, that's the way I'd know.
By a barbershop
yeah.
quartet featuring Seth MacFarlane.
I hate to tell you, boy, that you have AIDS.
Yes, you have AIDS.
You may have caught it when you stuck that filthy needle in here. Or maybe all that unprotected sex put you here. It isn't clear, but what we're certain of is you have AIDS. Yes, you have AIDS. Not HIV,
But full-blown AIDS.
Be sure that you see that this is not HIV. But full-blown AIDS. Not HIV, but really full-blown AIDS. Sorry, I wish it was something less serious. But it's you've got
Yeah.
Can you imagine being
Oh, man.
hired to sing that?
Oh my god!
Can you imagine being the session
Imagine the
musician
guy.
and they go, okay, now these are the lyrics, and you just gotta hand them to you? I would just be, I can't imagine.
Yo,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
if you say so.
The vasectomy song is another.
You're getting your tubes tied.
Dude, I don't.
Why should I get my tubes?
Freaking white. Let these guys. Teacher, one
Oh,
that
yeah.
makes you half a man. You're half a man. Remember when you twisted up your garden hose? Well, essentially that is the plan. That is the plan. Well, I'm starting to get the picture, but how's it done? You make a small incision in the scrotal skin.
So lame.
Like, how do
This
you
is where it
sing
gets
this?
crazy. Like I don't even like this anymore. You know what I do like though? Oh man.
It's honestly,
All I want for Christmas this year.
No.
honestly, what's
Oh.
insane is
I
the
forget.
level of effort that's put into something for such a small amount of time,
Oh.
and
Oh,
for such
yeah.
a
That's
trivial
what I'm saying.
reason.
Yeah.
Like that's literally a
When they-
cutaway, and that's so much work.
When
Yeah.
they
It's so
when
impressive.
they bring in when they do those Conway Twitty cutouts
Oh my god!
for literally 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and
It's
you're
an
just
entire
watching
Conway Twitty
Conway,
song.
Yeah.
Conway Twitty play a whole song.
Yeah.
But I never minded because I
hated it.
I
Yeah.
love
I
Conway
hated that
Twitty.
shit.
Guys, can we talk for a minute? Have any of you seen this video by Vox about the secret Christmas chord? All right, guys, we had some technical difficulties. Video stopped recording, but it's all good. We're back. The podcast was so fun. Thank you to Alec Rosenberg
Thank you,
and Sam
guys.
Nickson, the unofficial guest. Sam's going to be making some more appearances on here because, disclaimer, Sam and I work together a lot.
Yeah, we do
So,
a lot.
and he also will be in my house a lot. So,
Yeah.
not above the table, Adam. This is a secret. No, but
Trust me, that's not what we do, man.
Yeah, but Sam wishes.
Trust me, man. Trust me, I wish, but like, Mike is into some darker stuff. It's bad. But,
all right. So, Sam's gonna be here a lot. Alec's gonna be here a lot because we tight. Adam's gonna be here all the time
Because
because he's Adam.
Aww,
Adam.
that's always what people
Are
say.
you the co-host, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
that needs to be in there. Like, are you even the co?
Okay.
Yeah, we don't.
Who even are you?
We don't show our guests many samples of the podcast before they come in.
I
'Cause
did
we want it
watch
to be
it. I
organic.
watched it.
Yeah.
I watched the
Yeah.
one with Austin for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Adam, as you know, is our wonderful co-host. And I just wanted to thank Adam for everything he's done for this podcast. Because he confirmed this idea that this was going to be a thing and really cool. And we made it in a week.
Yeah.
So that's pretty legit. So thank you to Adam.
Always grateful.
You know where you can find all of us. We talked about this earlier. You know where to find us. Patreon,
On the
like,
street.
subscribe, share, say hi, comment, please email us, do some shit. Let us know you're watching. Thanks, guys.
Send me a nude.